All right, guys, the Zooz is complete, finished product. We got the suspension forks installed, ready to go. Game changer on the wheelie game. If you guys are doing wheelies, this is a must. Easier pull-ups, easier landing. Dude, makes a big difference when you're doing wheelies. So I don't know about riding. I haven't rode that much, maybe just around the block, but I'm sure if you hit a dip or something, it's gonna be better. So throughout this whole video, there were some mistakes made because when I get parts, I just grab them, throw the GoPro on, and then just try to install them. So, you know, it's all raw. So if I make a mistake, I'm always gonna correct it in the video. So wait until the end of the video so you can see exactly what it takes to get these forks on. And it's not that bad. It's pretty simple. So that being said, let's get into it. All right, guys, finally time to install. Excuse me, I'm eating Sour Patch Kids. Excuse me. To install these forks on the Zooz. Now, I believe I'm gonna have to cut this, so I'm gonna have to take that part to the shop, and it needs a race. And a little star thingy. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna just take the forks down there and have them do it, or take the whole bike. But I'm gonna set these here and test fit these things. So from what I hear, guys, that this is a huge and a pretty good upgrade for these Zooz bikes, because they are very rough on the road, because it's basically a BMX bike. And could you imagine just having a bike like this and going 30 something miles an hour, full throttle? It's gonna be a bumpy ride. So a lot of guys are getting these forks, and they're saying that it's like the best freaking upgrade ever for this bike. Also, Zooz is coming out with a brand new Zooz bike, and it looks like it has suspension in the front and rear, but they have not revealed it, just pieces of it. So I don't know what the price point will be, but a full suspension bike, it's got to be the 4,000 range, which is a little pricey. But we'll see. You never know. I've been checking out the Talaria XXX. If you guys want to check that thing out, that thing is a beast. Looks pretty darn cool. Wow, I'm gonna have to take, let me get my chair here. I am going to have to take this brake system off. Let me think before I do this. Yeah, this piece here. Where am I gonna sit this bike when it has no forks on the front? That is the question. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the other forks in and just sit it on the forks until I get this wheel off. Now I think I have to get a different setup or a different adapter for the brakes, because the brake setup on the forks are not like this at all. They're a little bit different. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to get a different adapter for sure. Should have ordered that already before I started this, but so I could finish the video. So that's gonna come off like that. I'm going to need some snips to get the zip tie. Woo! Found it quick. All right. Boom, bada bing. We will set this, I guess, there. Now, I can take this whole wheel off and fork by removing this here. And then we'll see what this is gonna, woo, nice and tight. That's how you want it. If the forks are just a little bit too tall, I'll just put a spacer at the top or an extra spacer at the bottom, because these Zooz, when you turn the wheel, it hits the frame. Not that I'm turning the wheel that far around, but it does, this light does hit the frame. So I could raise the bars up a tiny bit with a spacer. We'll see. So this is loose. Get this phone mount out of the way. Okay, like so. Now, we got these spacers. I'm sure there's a bearing. And then we can grab the Suntour XCRs. Man, I got so much stuff going on. I'm in the process of buying another RSF 650, but I don't know if it's gonna work. But there's a lady that has one, and she said she wanted a bike, so I might trade her one of my bikes for it. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to let it go. We'll see what happens. She's a slow responder, so I don't know what her deal is, but we will figure it out. Okay. See if I could balance all this. Oh, this is a sketch. Oh, that's a sketch. Okay. Woo. I don't want to drop my bike. I'd rather drop my wheel. Okay. We got her leaning. Grab the fork. Man, I'm holding this whole bike up with one hand right now. Brutal. Put my foot under here. That's better. Now, this fork here does not seem to have a race. Oh, there it is. That's right there. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. That's weird. All right, so let's take this, stick these in here. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Did not want to do that. Oh my goodness. Wish that dog would shut up. Ugh. Okay. So these forks look hella long. Definitely gonna have to get those cut. Damn. Alright. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get those cut. Look how long they are. This bike's gonna fall. I already know it's gonna fall. Okay, so those are so freaking long. Look how long that is. That needs to be cut down like probably you know what? It's actually probably not that long. All right, I'm gonna get this wheel off and then we'll be back. Okie dokie. Fork should pop off. Oh, I remember these forks are real tight around the bolts, so I gotta yank it. Ah, yeah. So that's a Zooz fork. I had some pegs on there for Maya, but now she has her own e-bike, so she won't be riding with me anymore like that. All right, so let's get these bad boys on here. Stuff like this, guys, it's always good to have an extra hand. But I don't have any extra hands. It's just my hand. That's it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh. Make sure I put all this back right. Okay. Whew, this is rough. I mean, it's easy, but it'd be a lot easier if I had help. Okay. Come on, buddy. Slide in there. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Wow. Look at the space. Tight, very tight, but it works. It works. I do not think a 3.0 would fit on here. 3.0 tire, I doubt would fit on here. These are 2.4, 2.5, whatever, or 2.4. But yeah, that's tight. But it works. It works. So slide this on real quick. Spacer. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take these to the shop and they're gonna have to cut them down because I don't have a pipe cutter. But that looks pretty sick, dude. That looks pretty sick. Looks awesome. Okay. Where is my Allen wrench? Yeah, I'll probably just ride it to the shop tomorrow or something and have them cut it down. Actually, I won't ride it to the shop because the stem is not going to be tight. If I have time, I'd actually take it down there today, to tell you the truth. Tighten up these outer bolts. It's going to be pretty nice having some kind of suspension up front. That always makes your ride a little better. But a lot of guys are doing this to the Zooz now. Oop, that broke. Looks cool. Something seems to be rubbing though. I think. Let's check. Only one way to find out. Tire off the wheel. Something's rubbing. It's not the tire. Let's figure this out. but something's definitely rubbing. Did I tighten the axles too tight? Maybe. Alright, so basically what I see is the bolt that connects to the hub on the inside is actually like, the fork is actually like clamping against it. So I'm gonna put like a washer in between here and over there, and let's see if that fixes the issue. But right now, no. Wheel is barely moving. It won't even spin basically. So put some washers on the inside and hopefully that'll clear up some space. All right, back from the shop. I had them cut it down so it looks normal. I left a little space at the top with a little spacer. Just, I don't know, just so I didn't have to cut it all the way down. Have some little space in case we have to do something later on. But the issue with the tire or the rim locking up when I tightened the axle bolts, I could not figure it out. I was like, what the heck is going on? So I took it over there. 2 seconds, my boy Isaac noticed that the rotor bolts were too long or too fat, that the head was like too fat, whatever. These are low profile rotor bolts, okay? I had to buy those. So that fixed the problem. The fork inside was rubbing on the heads of the bolts. So that was an easy fix for them. They put air in there, 110 pounds, and we are ready to roll. The only thing I have to wait on is the brake caliper mount. It's gonna be a 203 front fork brake adapter, and when that comes in, we are gonna be finished, guys. So I rode it around the block. It was fine. It feels good. It feels really good. When I get the batteries in there, we'll take it for a spin and we'll see how they perform. They're gonna perform way better than some stock forks with no suspension, I'll tell you that right now. So a few days, we'll be back later. All right, guys, this should be the final step to finishing up the Zooz front brake project, front fork project. This is a brake adapter, disc brake adapter, 203. I will leave the link in the description. Sometimes I forget to leave the link. Just leave me a message and I'll put it in there if I forget. But this should be the last part, straight from Amazon. Should bolt up like this. So we'll put this on here first. As you can see, it goes aquí. Okay, then your brake bolts up to it. So it comes with, ooh, don't lose my washer. Let's face this way. That'd be a little bit better view. So you get 2 screws 2 washers, and like I said before, I don't know if I said it already, because I made half of this video yesterday, and I'm making the other half today. I thought this stuff wouldn't come in until like Monday, but I forgot that I have Amazon Prime. So it came quicker than I thought. Is this supposed to come with 4 bolts? Okay, so it comes with the mounting screws just for the bracket. Wait a minute, let me make sure this works first. Okay. This should bolt like this, just like that. Okay, so we need to put this bad boy on first. And it comes with the bolts to mount this, but you need to keep your bolts that you took off of here. You need to keep those bolts because you're gonna need them. Make sure I got the right Allen. Boom, bada bing. Boom, bada bing. Okay, sometimes these have arrows on which way they go, but this one does not. So we're gonna guess. I'm gonna put the, oh wait, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same, so shouldn't matter which way it goes. Don't take my word for it, guys. I'm just an amateur. So it's gonna go like this. Make sure you're tightening at the same tightening each one the same amount as you're putting it on, so you don't tweak it. Make sure you get a 203 because on the Zooz, your brake discs are 203. And then this is the easy part. No, it's not the easy part. Hold on. Looks like I don't have enough line to get down here. I'm missing it by a few inches because my bars are a little tall. What are we gonna do? All right, so I'm gonna have to cut a couple zip ties so my brake line can reach and route it kind of sort of a different way. Yeah. Okay. And on these forks they give you a little place here to put your brake line, which is really cool. Let's make sure this is gonna work. It should. Oh, man. I squeezed my brakes the other day and now I think I gotta, well, I do have to pull my calipers back, so damn. Yeah, I'm gonna have to push the calipers back. Give me a minute. Okay, all right, guys. When your caliper does not have the disc inside, don't squeeze your brakes because it pushes the, oh, fuck, I forgot what they're called, pistons. Pushes the pistons together, and it makes your pads like extremely close to where you can't put your disc in there. So then you got to separate it. Same as when you're changing brakes on a car. It's the same thing. So we should be good to go. Stick this on here. Damn, that is wrong. All right, my peeps. It is almost midnight, and I was thinking to myself, what if I put the bracket upside down? And I think I did. So I'm gonna flip the bracket the correct way, because this is upside down. This has to be at the top. Usually there's an arrow on these, and it tells you which way they go. And once I flip that, everything should work. I'm gonna do this now, but tomorrow I'm gonna go over everything in the daylight, because I got my flash on right now. I'm gonna go over everything so you guys know exactly what you have to do to get these shocks all buttoned up. But we should be good once I flip this around. So I'll do that, and then tomorrow it's on and cracking, baby. Late. All right, so we're at the end of the video, and you guys saw all the little issues we had with the wheel not spinning and the brake not mounting up correctly. But as you can see, it's on there now. So I'm gonna tell you guys exactly right now what is needed to be done to get these forks on here. So the first thing you want to do is buy the forks. Obviously, I'll put the link in the description. Okay, buy the forks. Secondly, what I did, I always leave a little extra steer tube, and I just put a spacer and then the bolt. I don't like cutting it all the way down to where it's flush, because you never know. You just never know. You might take these off and put them somewhere else, and then they're too short, and then you're screwed. So I always leave a little bit and put a spacer, just like on my Fast Ripper. You know, instead of cutting my forks, my brand new forks that I bought, I just leave it a little bit high, put a spacer, put the top cap like that. So that's what I do if I have forks that are too long. Now, these forks were very long. They were like up to here. So I had the bike shop cut it down to here. Okay, so you're gonna have to cut your steer tube. Just don't cut it all the way down. If you can, if you want to. But me, I just leave a piece. So first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna buy the forks. You're gonna get your steer tube cut. Then the forks go right on, okay? Simple, not a big deal. Second or third, you're gonna need low profile disc brake bolts, okay? See these? See those shiny silver bolts? They were rubbing on the fork, on the inside of the fork. So that's why the wheel was not spinning. So you're gonna need to get low profile screws, bolts, whatever. And bike shops, they have this stuff. So if you guys want to order it on Amazon, you can, but you're taking a risk on getting the wrong stuff. Just go to a bike shop. They got them like $4. Okay. So you're gonna need those. And then also, there's a little star nut that this screws into inside the tube of the fork. It's not in there when you buy the forks, so you got to get that installed so this can screw into the fork. Okay, and that's basically it. Wait, one more thing. I'll put the link in the description. A lot of guys are buying this bracket and then adding washers and stuff because they're buying the wrong bracket. This is a 160 to a 203 disc brake bracket, okay? 160 to 203 disc brake bracket, okay? You're not gonna need extra washers or longer bolts or nothing. It bolts right up, no issue. I will leave the link in the description for that. Amazon, okay? So that is very simple, and make sure you put it the right side up and not upside down, because I had mine upside down. So the outside bolt goes on the bottom. The inside bolt goes at the top, okay? It has to be that way or it's not gonna work. So make sure it's not upside down like I had it. That was an issue I was having because I put it, normally these have an arrow, but this is like an aftermarket non-name brand piece, and it didn't have an arrow. Normally it has an arrow on the side and it'll tell you up or down. So that's where I got screwed on that, and I was lost because they look exactly the same on top and bottom, the block. So yeah, pretty simple, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. One more thing is you will need an air pump for shocks, okay? It takes a special pump. Do not use your freaking air pump, okay? Don't use your air pump that you pump your tires up with, okay? It takes a special pump to pump these up, and I set mine at 110. I'll show you guys the special pump. This is the special pump for air shocks. Now your shocks are gonna come like with no air, so if you want them to perform, make sure you get this. I think they're like 20 to 30 bucks for this pump, and this is an air shock pump, okay? I got this way back when I put shocks on Chel's Fast Ripper, her Mike Buff Fast Ripper. See? She has the rock shocks on there. So make sure you get this pump. And that's it. Very, 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 very simple. Hey, what's up, man? Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Very simple. So whenever you guys get a chance, make sure you get these shocks because they are going out of they're stopped. I think they've stopped making them, and there's probably not that many left. So if you want to get it done, get it done. See ya at the next one.